What's up, people? Let me help just a little bit. My Lord, hold it back down. All right, first of all, I'm gonna apologize because a couple of people, well, particularly one person says they're having problems with the audio on the new phone, and I'm gonna get a mic for this phone. I'm gonna order it through Amazon. I've seen we can get mics that actually go to the phone, so I'm gonna actually do that and get a microphone. I don't know. I guess it's gonna jack in through the earpiece. I don't know how it's our USB. I gotta figure out how it's gonna jack in, but I found a couple of mics that jack into your phone that will help with the sound quality. I use this particular phone because this is a Cricket phone, and it's not a really pricey name brand. The other one I have is actually LG. LG is a name brand, but I use this Cricket phone because it had the most memory, but it also uploads faster. The other one, I don't have a lot of space on it. It doesn't save to the memory card good. It sucks. So in order for me to do a video sometimes on that phone, it's really slow. It takes 20-30 minutes to upload a video, plus process time. So it can sometimes take 20 to 45 minutes, depending on the video, to upload it and process on the old phone. This phone actually does upload for you. Just kind of checking in. I want to say happy Thanksgiving or belated Thanksgiving because Thanksgiving is past. I spent my Thanksgiving doing a reset in Parowan, Utah at the TA. I was going to try to get close enough to go to a restaurant for dinner, but like I said, I'm trying to eat a little bit differently. Well, actually, it's going to be a lot differently. So I stuck with the Subway there. I had a bad experience with that Subway, so that's the one where I told you the fly was in the thing, in the rotisserie meat. So, and they have a cow pasture right there. I understood why, but the girl was trying to sweep the fly and still make the sandwich with the meat. I'm like, what's wrong with you? So, but this time I just did the, and they still that one still has sub of the day. So I think one day was that Black Forest ham, and the other one was Italian BMT. So I'll either be doing something like that, or I'll be doing veggie subs or veggie salads from them. Since they had the sub of the day, I did that, and I got my shower there. And they had to reschedule the load that I told you, the Crazy Craft load. So they had to reschedule that to the 24th at 10:30. So I'm already here at in Utah, and I'm at the Costco. So right now I'm on the lot parked. I'm gonna sleep because my delivery's not until 10:30 in the morning. I'll go check in about 10:15, and at that point, hopefully they'll take me. They've got 2 stops at this location, so I think that what's gonna happen is I'm actually gonna go to one, and then they're gonna have to probably put me in another doctor. I mean, it's the only thing I can think of. It's weird, but it has it as 2 different stops. I have no idea why. But I get paid for both stops, even though it's the same address. I get paid for it, so you know. Um, from there, I have a load that's gonna have like 2 or 3 stops in Illinois, and then 1 in Michigan. So I'm going to Detroit, and I gotta go to Nebraska first, then Illinois, then Detroit. I haven't been to Detroit in a while. I did meatloads in Detroit before, so um, we'll talk about Detroit because the place, if I go to a truck stop in Detroiter, because it's secure lot, secure facility. You may have to pay to stay, but I'd rather stay at a secure facility. And I've stayed at that Pilot. It's kind of hood, so there's a Pilot in TA that'll just ghetto as hell out there. But yeah, Tesla. Bring that up. Tonight I got some videos from Freddie Jordan. Just did one on Tesla, and he's not in. I told you he's not driving anymore, but I really like his channel, and I have an alert that if he does anything new, it automatically tells me. Plus, he's on my Facebook page. But he did a video talking about Tesla. I also had somebody else had done the Tesla video. One of the guys who watches me, not Cuban Trucker, bro. The Elect, JC the Elect. I think that's who it is. You did it, and I watched your Tesla video. I think you talked about getting that new truck, the electric truck. And then I watched another trucker on it. So Tesla's the hot topic about the semi truck from Tesla. This is just my opinion. It's just my business opinion. I listen to truckers, and I'm not coming from the perspective whether buy it or not buy it. I'm coming from the perspective of, is it going to happen? And what impact is it going to have in the trucking industry? Is it going to have impacts on jobs? they're making some pretty strong claims. They talk about this truck being able to go up, I think, to almost 500 miles before needing to be charged again. So it can go 250, go back, that's 500 miles, and be recharged at the home base. So it would do a lot of day cab runs where it's at right now. They talk about the speed of the truck going up grades is not like how, because of the strength of this engine or whatever. A lot of people that I've seen other videos too, and on my Facebook page, people put pictures up, and is it ugly or cute? Let me say something to you guys. I look at trucks out here, and yeah, some of them are what I call pimped out. You know, you got the long noses, chromed out. I guess if that's what you're in the business for, is a little bit of showboat and to make money, then that's your thing. I'm sorry, I'm in this to make money and to have a peaceful living, and then to set myself up retirement. Honestly, do I want my truck looking like hell? Not necessarily, but I don't want like a broke down piece of truck with tape and stuff like these damn reefers I carry. But do I want a truck that performs decently and is safe to drive? Yes. Am I worried about how much chrome it has on it? Not what freaking ever. I don't care. Do I care if the look of the truck is pretty on the outside as far as styling? Not really. I don't really care. What I do care about is the interior living environment. One, if I have to stay on the truck to sleep and to drive it over the road. What I do care is how the truck performs. What I do care is if it's mechanically sound. I watched a video by a guy. I've never watched the video, but it came up as I was watching a series of these Tesla videos, and all he talked about was, he talked about the looks of it, and then he talked about the cost and how owner ops aren't going to be able to afford it, and most companies aren't going to possibly be able to afford it, and just talked about the batteries, everything he could find negative, and then he's like, do I think that this is going to impact jobs? No, yada 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 yada, right? So he goes on, he says all of this. Let's make sure the security guard, I saw the lights flashing. He goes on, he says all of this, and I'm listening to this guy. I'm like, is this guy for real? You're focused on the wrong thing. This is a tool to earn a living. You want your tool to work for you. Now, if in addition you can maybe pimp your truck out a little bit, if that's one of your things, that's fine. But to me, that money could go somewhere else. I could invest that money. I could purchase property with that money. There's a lot of other shit I could do with that money. Okay, so going around. There's a lot of other stuff that I could do with the money. And I really, he's just going around checking a lot, I guess, checking to make sure everybody's doing what they're supposed to do. I just really see that you need to look at it from a different perspective. Now, do I think it's going to happen? Yeah, eventually. I think that, and Freddie kind of touched on this. If you think the game is going to stay the same, you got a rude awakening. I'm going to compare it to when I grew up, I'm young enough to remember, I'm old enough to remember 8-tracks. My grandfather had one in his car where you put the 8-track in the car. Then came cassette, and 8-track was gone. Okay? We had the cassette, AM, FM radio. We had the big boom boxes. You were trying to wait for radio stations to record your favorite song, and you had a mix of stuff you picked up off the radio. Okay? I remember 45s. I remember that. I remember LPs, 33 and the third LPs or whatever. Big albums, wax. I remember that. I still own some. And then all of a sudden, in the 80s, came a CD, a compact disc. And I remember when they first came out in that long box, lock box, at Tower Records and Tapes. I remember that. Okay? I remember VHS and VCRs. I remember reel to reel. Some of y'all don't know what that is. In my lifetime, I remember all of those audio things. I remember when in the 90s, I forgot the name of the company, they started doing digital, because I used to do digital downloads. That I forgot the name of the company that got sued, and he ended up helping with Facebook. It was Facebook. He ended up with Facebook. I remember when you could download music without buying the CD and then burning it to CD. And the next thing I know, we now have an iPhone or the iPod where you could record music. And I remember when it was just a USB stick. Actually, I made some own one. Then it moved to the little portable player. And now it's on your phone, whether you have an iPhone or a Samsung phone or whatever Android phone. You can download gobs of music. I have tons of music right now downloaded on my phone without the use of CDs. Since I've been in this truck, I do have some CDs in this truck. But since I've been in this truck, I've only used CDs a couple of times. I download audiobooks to my phone and play. There was a part where people probably that never thought that would happen. My father has become stuck in his ways. He don't want to change. He just listens. He CDs. Can I get a CD rack to hold all my CDs? Bro, people don't really do that anymore. And if you do, you have to order it online. Me, I moved all my CDs into folder albums, like albums that hold them. So I just throw all the cases away, and I just have pamphlets. Will this happen? Yes. When? I don't know. I do know that if you're just the average Joe trucker, you might end up getting your feelings hurt. And I really believe that technology has changed, because when I came into trucking, this automatic truck stuff, automatic truck, you learn manual. And now I'm driving an automatic truck. And when I first came back, did not want to drive it. I wanted more control. Love the automatic. And you do have control. You can switch to manual. It's different. But love the automatic truck. Especially in city driving. It's your friend. Did we think this was going to happen? No. When will this happen for trucking? I don't know. But what I will tell you, like the ones that they have where it's the autonomous, where it's going to just drive on its own, we're seeing cars that can back themselves. I do still believe it's just going to be exactly the same as airplanes, trains. You will always have to have somebody piloting that vehicle, meaning somebody's going to be on the road. Because unless we get to a point where just cars go pick up your shit for you and bring it to your house, I mean, or you got a robot. I don't see that coming anytime too soon. That's way in the future if it happens. If the world is here that long, I don't even think it is going to be. But is it going to happen? Eventually it may. Yeah. And again, you're going to have to be a different type of trucker. You're going to have to be educated and trained on how to read whatever this thing's telling you, and it's gonna be a different ball game. But I also hope that it's more money, because it's going to require a different level of education. Not knocking my average trucker, but it's just like today I was at that TA doing laundry, and there was a couple there, and sweet couple, they do reefer for some little small company out of what they say, Ohio. We had a really good long talk, and they were sitting there because they're waiting, because their customer, they can't deliver till I think tomorrow. There's nowhere to park, so they're going to drive right into the customer, and they sit on the street and get unloaded. They have a reefer, but they're doing a dry load. But what was interesting about the conversation with them, they asked me about the electronic logs, because they're still on paper. And they are not happy about having to go to them, and I kind of gave them all the tidbits of what I do on mine. And a lot of things that we did, like for them, they can write a 30-minute break and just keep driving and not ever take that 30-minute break. They're not worried about it on paper log. And if the company's not persnickety about it, and smaller companies probably aren't, they don't care if they do a log violation. What difference? As long as they don't hit nobody and kill nobody, they don't care. Freight gets to where it's supposed to be on time. That's all they care about. But they got to get the electronic logs. So she was talking about that and asking me what I thought. And I said, well, I actually started using electronic logs back in 2011. I love electronic logs. There's a few things I don't like about them, but for the most part, I love them. It tracks everything for me. Now, I do record some of my stuff, just like I did back um, on my paper logs. And like when I go do fuel, I'm not logging 30 minutes worth of fuel. I'm in the time I fuel, I'm wiping windows. I might go to the bathroom, come out. I'm handling personal stuff too. So I'm not loading. If it takes 20 minutes for it to fuel, I'm not doing all that. I do 10 minutes, 5 to 10 minutes for fuel, and then I move myself to the off-duty line. When I get loaded, I put about 10 minutes down for a load or drop hook. Why? Because I'm not sitting up there in the back loading this trailer. I'm usually sitting in the seat, sleep, or in the bunk, or doing something else. I might be doing something personal. I'm off duty. So at that point, I log it differently. And so we talked about a lot of that. So things are going to change. And you can't expect trucking or any other industry. That's what Bill had told me. He's happy to see women come in the industry. He said, because what I noticed is that the truck stops got clean, most of them. The way our bathrooms are handled, our showers are handled, because we start seeing more females. And females tend not to like a lot of nastiness. That's truth. That's truth. So, um, you're going to see a lot of changes. And Tesla, it may happen. Now, to what degree and how much companies are willing to invest, I don't know. Is the average ordinary truck driver going to be able to purchase it right off? Maybe not. Okay. Will truck drivers be needed? Yeah, but they might not need as many teams. They may just need one person now, since the trucks are that powerful. We'll find out more in the future, but don't ever think that technology won't change just because you're used to the way it is. And don't get caught up in the look of something. That's all. I could preach a sermon on that. My dad has a saying: I dated some beautiful nightmares and some ugly dreams. Sometimes we get caught up in the look of something and not understanding whether it's crazy as hell or not. you know, and I'm with him. I've had some feelings for some beautiful folk, and then had some feelings for some folks that were average. And the average folks usually tend to be the more rational than the beautiful ones. You be like, what the hell? You that fine and you that crazy as hell. Same thing with a car or truck. A lot of times we're looking at something and you can see some of the Cadillacs. We've been in front, we're going to talk Cadillac and my Cadillacs. Cadillacs are known for a lot of mechanical issues. Beautiful cars, name brand, popular name. Everybody wants one, supposedly. Known for major mechanical issues. Mercedes, I ain't gonna mention one of my people. I want to give Mercedes, okay? Can you afford to fix that Mercedes when it breaks down on a regular basis? Because while it's a beautiful car and yeah, it has a real reputable name, when it breaks down, it's expensive as hell to get that crap fixed. Is it really worth it? When I could spend less money, have a nice car that runs well, and what's the reason for it? A lot of times it's to showboat to other folks. Damn what you think. I get what I like. I get what I like. Anyway, people, I hope you guys have a good one. I'm here to lay down in this bump with the CPAP on. Y'all can see my eyes are getting tired. I want to get this little video out because I hadn't checked in. And like I said, I'm getting unloaded here and then I'm heading to Nebraska, I think it is. And I got to look and see how it's going to route me to Nebraska. I think it's I-80. Yeah, I'm doing I-80. I-80, I-15. Yeah, all I-80 pretty much. And got to see how I'm going through to it. But yeah. Anyway.